You know the feeling. You post a photo of yourself and you wait. But have you ever stopped to think about what's really going on inside your head in that moment? Well, today we're going to peel back the filter and get into the surprising psychology of your selfies. So let's just dive right in with a question that might feel a little uncomfortable. Seriously, think about it. If getting those likes on a selfie actually made you feel good and confident, why is there always that little itch to post another one and another one? And that right there, that's the whole paradox, isn't it? Because real, solid confidence doesn't need constant proof from the outside. So if what we're chasing isn't really confidence, then what on earth is it? What is this loop that so many of us get caught in? Let's try to look at this in a completely different way. Posting a selfie isn't just you saying, hey, I think I look pretty good today. It's actually you asking a much, much deeper question. How do you all see me? It's not a beauty check, it's a full-on identity check. Okay, so this leads us to a really, really important distinction that kind of unlocks this whole puzzle. We have to separate two words we throw around all the time as if they're the same thing: confidence and validation. Just look at this breakdown. It says it all. Competence is internal. It's something you build and you own. It sticks with you. But validation? That's a whole different story. You're basically borrowing it from other people. And like anything you borrow, it has an expiration date. As soon as it wears off, you need to go out and get another hit. And that need for another hit, well, that's where our brain chemistry kicks in. We're talking about dopamine. But here's the thing, it probably doesn't work the way you think it does. So let's get into the real science behind this whole anticipation loop. Okay, get ready, because this is the big aha moment. That chemical reward, that little rush you feel, it doesn't happen when you get the like. The dopamine spikes before that. It's in the anticipation. In that moment you hit post and start waiting, refreshing the screen, your brain is literally addicted to the possibility of the reward, to the maybe. All right, so let's actually build the recipe for this addictive feeling. And it all starts with one key ingredient, this feeling of uncertainty. You've just put yourself out there and you have no idea what's going to happen. Will people like it? Will they just ignore it? That uncertainty creates this intense little itch in your brain. And your brain only knows one way to scratch it, by checking. You grab your phone, you open the app, you pull to refresh. It's this compulsive little action you take to solve that feeling of uncertainty. And here's the twist. The feeling you get when you see a new like pop up, it's not really pure joy or happiness. It's mostly relief. Whew, the tension is gone, the anxiety is over. And let me tell you, that feeling of relief is one of the most powerful, most addictive sensations our brains can experience. So you can see how this whole cycle just feeds itself, right? It starts with you feeling a little unsure about yourself, so you post a selfie to get some validation. Then a like comes in and boom, you feel that wave of relief. But that feeling is temporary. It always fades. And when it does, that feeling of uncertainty comes roaring back and you feel the push to start the whole cycle over again. Now, right about now, you might be feeling a little called out, maybe even judging yourself. But hold on. It's absolutely crucial you understand this next part. Getting caught in this loop is not a personal flaw. It's a feature of how your brain works, and it's why a selfie that flops can feel so deeply, deeply personal. I'm going to say this loud and clear. Your brain isn't broken. It's working perfectly. In fact, it's doing exactly what millions of years of evolution designed it to do. The problem isn't your brain, it's the brand new environment we've put it in. Think about it. For pretty much all of human history, our survival literally depended on fitting into a small tribe. We are hardwired to seek and care about social feedback. And what social media did was take that ancient essential drive and hook it up to a fire hose. It just removed all the natural limits. And here's how it gets amplified. The feedback is now instant. The numbers, the likes, the shares are bigger and more concrete than ever. You're in a state of constant, endless comparison with everyone else. And maybe the craziest part? There's no off switch. This whole machine just runs 24/7. So when you put all of this together, the brain chemistry, the evolutionary wiring, the crazy new technology, it all boils down to one final lingering question you really have to ask yourself. Let's really just sit with that for a second. Is that selfie a celebration of genuine internal confidence? Or is it a tool you're using to quiet down that feeling of anxiety and uncertainty? Are you posting from a place of strength, or are you posting to try and stop feeling bad? Because those are two totally different things.
Because once you really see that distinction, once you can honestly identify the real feeling that comes before you hit post, well, everything starts to change.
You just can't. You'll start to notice it in your own habits, in your friends' habits, and that awareness, that simple act of seeing the loop for what it is, that's the first and most powerful step toward breaking free.